Say squad this bitch, squad. Ever go hard in this bitch like, ay, say gang in this bitch, gang. Ever go bang in this bitch like, ay, say squad in this bitch, squad.
Yo, what's brackin', y'all? Welcome to another episode of the BloodSport Report. I'm your host, Don Blazion. Man, let's get into it, dog. So, today, motherfucker, I wake up, man. Chris Unbias got the whole battle rap world, like, in a fucking uproar right now. You know what I'm saying? Got everything turned upside down. And shout out to Chris Unbias, man. You know what I mean? For all that time, man, you know what I mean, to come back and be able to shake up the whole BRC like this, by itself, man, just shows, like, the impact that Chris had throughout all these years, man. Briefly, like, you know, to get into, like, my introduction, into, like, his channel, I would say that I was watching Chris Unbias, like, really before any of the other media platforms. Before J Black, before Angry Fan, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never watched none of this shit while Chris Unbias was, you know, doing this thing, just because I was a fan of his content. Like, I wasn't even a big fan of battle rap blogging, but if I was gonna watch it, it was gonna be Chris' channel. So I was definitely a big fan back in the day. And then, just like a lot of other people, when these accusations came out, it made me look at him like a whole nother way. And I will say that it was largely due to the media putting it out there that it was a child involved, you know, which was what we come to find out completely false. Made me understand the responsibility that we have as, you know, bloggers and as journalists, with me being new to this media game, you know, with the battle rap reporting and everything. It's like, we have a different responsibility, man, when you just put stuff out there, because, you know, a lot of people, including myself, man, that don't go through all of these court documents and the paperwork and facts on anything that they say for real. You know, you're not going to do like an extensive research because you feel like the media platform did that for you if they're going to report it. And it sucked to see that, like, so many false narratives was being put out there due to the media. Due to the media running with shit, man, and, you know, got the whole world thinking that his case involved the kid. So just like everybody else, man, when I heard that, I was like, yo, if he did that, man, like, maybe they throw the fucking book at him, maybe rest in piss. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, because that's just my thoughts of, like, you know, like a lot of other real men, like, if you violate a child, man, you deserve whatever the fuck happened to you. You know, I feel like you shouldn't even go to the court of law. Shit, they should fucking string you up, let the fucking community decide what to do with you, beat the goddamn shit out of you, do whatever they want to do. That's my take on pedophiles and people who violate children. So, you know, I wanted to almost put him in that bucket. Like, what the fuck? But, you know, I wanted to wait, man, until, you know, like, I heard from him, which is, like, I'm kind of glad that I never was doing my media thing during this whole time, you know, when his case initially happened and during the time that he'd been locked up in there, and just covering it, because, you know, a lot of people ran with the false information that one media outlet will put out. A lot of other people will run with that, and I'm just glad I did it. I know as a fan, I was hoping. I can't say for sure if I ever felt like he did it or not. I just was unsure, and I was hoping that he didn't do it. But what I will say, man, that as a fan, an actual fan of, like, the content, the unbiased reviews, and the many things that he's done and his contributions to the battle rap community, the explanation that I got from Chris today, I am, you know, very much relieved, I guess. Relieved to hear his side of the story finally. You know, like I said, initially when I found out, you know, I wanted to write him off, but I was like, man, he just better have a hell of a fucking explanation for this shit. You know, and in my opinion, he did. But, man, it's sad because you know, I could only imagine the things that he's been through in the last couple of years, man. Especially in the battle rap community, where it's like, it's really a no-holds-barred kind of community. Whether it's the actual battle rapping, the content that we're watching, like, ain't no restrictions on what a motherfucker say. Versus, like, you know, how we just commentate on that overall content, man. There's really no restrictions. Motherfuckers is cutthroat. So, you know, just the shit that he had to go through, man, the last 2 years, like, being just guilty in the public opinion, you know, no facts and nothing about the case. Everybody just kind of looked at him that way. Man, I can only imagine, you know, and in my opinion, man, for something that I feel like he didn't do, that's a long fucking time. You know what I mean? To spin behind bars for some shit that you didn't do, to ridicule, to have your peers talk so much shit about you, you know, in your absence, man. I can only imagine, like, what he went through. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to him for even being able to, like, overcome that and show his face and giving us, like, an explanation, man. Like, because as a fan, you feel like I said, man, I was like, you better have a hell of an explanation. We feel that we owed an explanation, and quite honestly, man, he don't owe nobody a fucking explanation other than his family. You know what I mean? So for him to even take time out to do that today, you know, as a fan, man, I want to thank him for that. And I think it was a damn good explanation. I can only speak for me personally. I know it's going to be a lot of people out there, like, it don't necessarily put him off the hook, or, you know, the cases, the charges ain't, you know, completely dropped just yet. But like I said, man, my opinion, you know, this is only my opinion, man. I believe him. I believe him. Based on what I heard, you know, and this is something that I'm definitely going to give him the benefit of the doubt on. Like, it's no fucking evidence, you know, saying, you know, otherwise, you know what I mean, that he has actually done something. He ain't in jail. You know, after a lengthy, fucked up, you know, court process that we got here in the United States, man, the man was able to get a bond and he's home. So, you know, if he say he didn't do nothing, man, like, you know, I'm taking him at his word at this point. Or just the shit that he been through, bro. Like, everybody kind of wrote him off. Everybody was running with narratives, and that's kind of fucked up. And it also makes me want to kind of like talk about the overall takeaways from the documentary, man. I feel like that even if you wasn't a battle rap fan, it's definitely something to take away from this shit, bro, because it's more personal with us being battle rap fanatics, and, you know, we're familiar with Chris. So whether we was thinking he was doing it, it was like, man, that's a horrible fucking deplorable thing, and, you know, we hope he fucking rot in hell for that shit, or whether he was like, man, it's no way that he did it, people that met him, you know what I mean, and you know, was hoping that Chris would be free, man. Either way, we was familiar with him because we are the BRC, right? But, you know, he really drove home the point of, like, man, think about how many people, you know, that we don't know of, bro. There's just average Joe motherfuckers that get railroaded like this. You know what I mean? We in the battle rap community reporting on it a certain way, and everybody like kind of just write him off like he did it. But imagine other cases where the big news media is kind of making you look guilty in a way, even if you didn't do the shit, bro. It's like they ain't never gonna go back on them news platforms and be like, you know what? We covered this shit for 2 weeks, but kind of find out they ain't even do shit, bro. You know, that's never gonna happen. So people that know you, that saw your story, gonna always be looking at you some type of way, man. And, you know, I just feel like that's fucked up that Chris had to go through that. But, you know, I'm glad that you back now. You back into the media thing. I know he was asking, like, you know, he's not sure if he want to even do battle rap content. And you know, it's basically a thing of, like, do the fans want to see him? I know me as a fan, like, definitely, man. I always enjoy, you know, Chris's content and stuff like that. You know, I just was uneasy about, like, how to feel about everything going on. But his explanation, man, you know, put me at ease. Like, it's suitable enough for me. You know, satisfactory for me as a fan. I like, you know, how he had a clip from Swave, you know, saying, like, how his father say, man, you never let another man tell your story. You know what I mean? That's something that you got to tell. And I just felt like that was facts, bro. And he did a very good job of that, man. He told his story. So, like, it's just fucked up, man. They had to go through all of that shit, you know, being smeared like that in the public. Only thing, man, and I'm just, you know, because they say it's 3 sides to every story. You know, his side, her side, and the truth. And my only thing is, like, I don't think that that Chris necessarily, like, sexually assaulted this bitch and robbed her and all that shit that he being accused of. But my only question is, did they finesse this bitch? Anybody else asking themselves that, like, yo, is this a finesse situation that went wrong? And if he did finesse, I ain't mad at him. Shit, bitches finesse people all the time in that line of work, bruh. You know what I mean? I heard Cardi come out and say it. They had a whole fucking movie about it, like how women, you know, in that field sometimes finesse men. So if he got back at it, you know what I mean, with the fake money and shit, him and his homies like, yo, we about to finesse this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't mad at that part, man. I can never, like, laugh or be cool about, you know, an actual assault, you know what I mean? And violating a woman like that, you know, in that type of way, like, that's never gonna be funny or joke worthy. But, you know, they finessed it, gave a couple fake dollars, bro. I ain't even mad at that. But I think, yo, it kind of made me question, like, yo, you know what I mean? Did they kind of did y'all finesse that bitch? You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he's guilty of anything, he may be guilty of finesse though. Man, if he did, I ain't even mad about it, bro. But yeah, definitely, man. Like I say, I do want to see Chris's content again, man. I definitely want to see him get back into the battle rap world here with the media, with the fucking unbiased reviews. Definitely, man. Like Chris is one of them legends in this shit, bro. You know, so definitely want to see Chris, you know, come back, man. But like I said, man, I felt like the overall message of like so many motherfuckers, man, that's falsely accused that just get slaughtered in the media, and you know, that don't have the money, man, to fight these cases like Chris did. You know, he was a professional, you know, but when he went in there, you know what I mean, I think he was doing something in the medical field, you know what I mean, so he probably had a little nest egg saved, and then, you know, like he said, his mom and his family, you know, got a little money to help him like fight the case. But it was, you know, bringing me to my point earlier, man, just think about how many people in there that's getting like slayed in the media, and they family don't have that money to fight the case like Chris did, man. It's just like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? Life goes on, people forget, man. Motherfuckers be in there rotting for shit that they didn't have nothing to do with, bro. False accusations and stuff, bro. So it really made me think about that, and I think Chris did a very good job of driving that home, man, like about how fucked up the justice system is. Because like I said, this is a documentary that you can enjoy whether you're a battle rap fan or not, man. It just shows you like all the fucking loopholes and loose ends and bullshit in our legal system, man, that need to change. So definitely, man, I'm glad that Chris is back. You know what I mean? I definitely enjoyed the material that, you know, I watched today. Woke up this morning, I'm like, shit, everybody's blogging on it. I didn't even want to watch nobody's blog responses till I saw it myself, and I watched that shit back to back. You know what I mean? Watched it twice, bro. So I didn't want to get influenced by nobody else's opinions before I got on the camera and made my own opinions. But immediately after this, right, I want to go on some of these platforms. I want to see what the fuck Lush One got to say. I smoke hip hop. And Battle Teeth, I want to see what the fuck you got to say. Now they was talking a whole bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? And homie absent. So, you know what I mean? I like Chris, man, I always liked his material and his content that he put out on the channel because he's a well-spoken dude. He's very knowledgeable in battle rap, you know what I mean? And he always carried himself like very professional, which I think he did throughout this whole blog. But then at the end, oh my God, at the end, that nigga said, shots fired on all you bitches. Boom, 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 boom. Know what I mean? I respect the fuck out of that. Like Chris Cave, know what I mean? Started smoking all these niggas, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like everybody that counted them out and was spreading the false narratives and shit. Like I want to see what y'all motherfuckers got to say now. You know what I mean? A lot of people just jumped out there way too fucking fast. You know, I want to see what they got to say, man. I want to see, is there some real man shit going on as far as like, you know what, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Or I thought this, I thought that, apologies. Or is they still running with the same bullshit? I'm sure some of them is. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm going to do immediately after this vlog. I want to see motherfuckers' responses to this shit now. Especially the motherfuckers that was talking shit. But yeah, he was smoking niggas at the end. Now, this is a question that I have, right? And I don't know, man. Did anybody else think this? It's like, okay, this nigga came out, boom, 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 and you keep hearing this shit in the joke. Chris Unbias your wife, because that's one of the most memorable insults. You know what I mean? When niggas start coming out with that shit, like, you know what I mean? So, yo, nigga was like, he kept playing that shit in there, but he never addressed Mav Hoffa. So I'm wondering, like, did him and Mav have a conversation? You know what I mean, off the record? If so, did Mav, you know, apologized to him once he heard his side of the story? Like, you know what I mean? I seen him sipping a little Smoothie King shit. I said, oh man, I just knew he was gonna let Mav have it. You know what I mean? Especially when I seen at the end, he started getting his get back on all the bloggers. I smoke hip hop. I'm like, oh shit, I just knew Mav was coming up next. You know what I mean? And I ain't see shit about Mav. I seen a couple little jabs, but you know, I wonder what happened with that situation. I'm just being a nosy motherfucker. I'm being nosy motherfucker. I wanna know. Shit. But yeah, man, I wonder what happened with that situation, man. I wonder what happened with him and Mav. Why he didn't really go in on Mav or address that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go look up here immediately afterwards because I want to see if Mav addressed it. You know what I mean? What his thoughts was, being that he was vocal enough, you know, on the stage and shit like that, you know, during the event. Chris Unbias, your wife, I want to hear your motherfucking response now. So I'm going to go out there, man. Shout out to Mav too, man. I like his platform. Just want to see his response, man. But yeah, bro. Crazy day in battle rap. You know what I mean? Chris Unbias is back. You know what I mean? I want to say, you know, welcome back, Chris. Everything that you put out today, you know what I mean, was well explained, man. You know what I mean? Very thorough. I definitely appreciated the content, and you know what I mean? Like I said, man, welcome back, man. You know, welcome back to this shit. I'm pretty sure you're about to take shit back over, you know, because Chris is real good at what he do, man. He's very knowledgeable, you know, with his battle rap, you know, expertise and everything like that. So I'm sure it's going to be much success, man. He had this shit in the chokehold, you know, before all of this, and I'm sure he's going to come back, you know what I mean, from it too. So, and, you know, definitely, man, shout out to Chris Unbias. You know, shout out to the whole battle rap community. It's your boy Don Blazion, the BloodSport Report. We out. Gone.